Hi everyone, it's me. If you're new here, my name is Alanna and I'm a Canadian, but I live here in the UK. And if you're not new here, hey, how's it going? I have started a deep dive and I can't escape. I have found myself in a deep dive exploring British adverts, and today we are talking about the 1980s. So grab a seat, get cozy, put your feet up. I feel like there's so much we are about to learn today. I'm so excited. Literally never been excited to watch an advert before. Well, if I choose to watch, sorry, let me just adjust this. If I choose to watch an advert, then I have a great time. If I'm forced to watch an advert, I will hate every second of it. Anyway, I thought we would start here. This is a hour-long compilation from Zombie Boy's VHS vault of 1980s UK adverts. So without further ado, let's go.
White-hearted honeycomb centre. More delicious Cadbury's milk chocolate.
Crunchy.
Altogether, 20% more.
This is
Thank
just like,
crunchy. It's Friday.
felt like an assault on the senses. Harriet, I can never say it. I'll just watch the ad and be quiet. Alanna, shut up. Perrier. Oh! That's it. I will say, of the adverts we've seen over the years, I've never done a specifically 80s compilation before. British adverts kind of fall into various categories. Boring, but there's not a lot that are strictly boring. Kind of crazy and wild. Funny. This was boring. Oh, I did laugh. Boring and funny.
For Inspector Corner of the Yard.
Stop talking.
A seemingly innocent victim. But the state of the victims and the vital clue
Tangy, tongue-biting vinegar.
lead Corner to the inevitable conclusion.
Hayward's pickles are bitten again.
Hayward's the only pickles to bite back.
What? Okay, so that was a funny one. From my screaming into the mic, really sorry about that.
Hayward's pickles are bitten again.
Hayward's the only pickles to bite back.
If
Wow.
you took the very best of nature and put it all together, you'd expect something pretty terrific, wouldn't you?
Oh, dog.
New golden veil. With corn oil and English butter.
Ooh, corn
For
oil.
the butter taste you want. And the pure goodness
Delicious.
corn oil gives.
The pure delicious of corn
New
oil.
golden veil. The best of nature. In a way nature never knew how.
Fascinating.
He isn't like any man I've ever known. Pierre Cardin is his choice. But if you know a man like him,
Short and sweet. Oh! Oh my god, McDonald's. If you remember any of these, leave a comment down below. Or if you have one in particular that I need to see, leave a comment. Or just leave a comment. They always help. As long as they're mean. God, it's been so long since I've had a Big Mac. McDonald's is categorically bad, but sometimes that it's like that very specific taste that you just need it sometimes. And it is Big Mac time. I'm starving all of a sudden.
Remember, Captain, the British passed the port.
No, the Russian passed the port.
Yes.
Wow, these are just like short and to the point.
A fresh new classic fragrance, created from the flowers of the world.
Perfume ads have been weird since the dawn of time. I love how many times they just look in the camera. Like, what is that? Or just have the woman look into the camera.
Fleur du monde,
Look into the camera,
for
honey.
the women of the world.
Oh, here we go. Are they gonna look into the camera?
L'air du temps, the romantic perfume, Nina Ricci, Paris.
I'll pass. Cheers, ears.
Tradition tells of a Pils lager and of a silent messenger's timeless search, his quest for that lager, the lager
What art style would you say this is? Looks like He-Man.
For a strong pills with a taste beyond time, smooth beyond dreams. Seek out the lager of Lamont.
Wow, lot to take in there. I will just say, I wasn't born in the 80s, okay? So before you get on my case, I can't believe you haven't seen these. I wasn't born in the 80s, all right? I'm still young and youthful and vibrant.
To reflect your highest standards, Nescafe Gold Blend
If some woman did that to me, there'd be a fight.
introduce the seal of quality.
Let me just
Your
blind
assurance
you
of
real
all the
quick.
flavor of the finest Arabica beans. So rich, so pure, so smooth. No other coffee can surpass it.
Pure gold.
I never settle for anything less.
Reach for the Gold Blend standard.
Gold Blend.
Only from Nescafe.
Instant coffee is a very funny thing to me. In North America, instant coffee basically like doesn't exist. Even if you get coffee from like a truck stop or like a convenience store, like there's coffee, it's in a pot, like it's filtered coffee. I want to say it was like a wartime thing. Every time we talk about instant coffee, everybody in the comments is like, oh, the Americans brought it over during the war. It's like, we're not at war anymore, you guys. You can brew your own coffee now. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Big shout out to Zombie Boys VHS Vault for making this compilation. I wouldn't even know where to begin. We're not gonna watch all of it, link in the description.
Paco Rabanne for men.
So many fragrances. Paco Rabanne.
Up to you.
Oh, that cat's dead now. Not the point of this though. What do we think? Another fragrance? Cat food? Baileys! Was that cat drinking Baileys? Baileys is pretty good though, I'll say that. Ugh, that was a gross shot. I don't like the cat. Cat licking itself doesn't make me want to drink Baileys. I don't know, it's just kind of gross.
Baileys. The cream.
Baileys, the cream. Say that with a straight face. Baileys, the cream. That is so funny. Oh, that really tickled me. What a slogan. I hate the cat though. I know it's like, it's trying to be sexy, right? But it's like a cat drinking out of a bowl and like licking itself. I do not find sexy. That's my favorite one so far though, in terms of slogan.
Kellogg's.
Kellogg's!
The original cornflakes and still the best.
I'd rather have Crunchy Nut, please.
Golden.
Oh, you know what? I haven't had Crunchy Nut in a long time.
Tasty.
Why are we all having cereal on the train?
Kellogg's cornflakes. Crispy, tasty.
That noise actually I don't like.
wakey.
Ugh. I don't like that. Crunchy Nut though. Or like the ones with the clusters I really like because they're like really chunky. Oh my god, look at the phone. Pulsar. I love seeing the technology though. Oh, that's nice.
If your finger's on the pulse, there's a pulsar on your wrist.
Cute.
Is your finger on the pulse?
All right. Could be worse. Oh, hello.
You want to drink it all, make it dry, nice and light. Take your warnings how you like. Taste around it will astound. I forgot from warnings.
Mix it with warnings.
incredible. I actually did a video years and years ago. I want to say it was a Patreon video where I made snowballs, I want to say, or like it was some sort of like Christmassy cocktail that uses that, because I'd never heard of it, never seen it before. And I do remember it was quite tasty. This whole ad though just screams 80s. Like everything. Everything about this screams 80s. I can't wait till 80s fashion comes back in. You know how fashion is like cyclical, right? Like right now we're kind of in sort of the 90s. Everybody's wearing like low-rise baggy jeans. We're gonna start going into the 80s again. Can't wait.
This Polaroid instant camera actually has a computer inside.
Wow.
With your exposure, you don't need a light meter.
Look at the facial expressions.
You don't have to measure distance. Focusing is done for
you.
you. And you don't worry about light. The built-in flash gives you just the right amount. That's it. Just press the button, then see it developing in front of your eyes, just like this. Bright colors, razor-sharp image. Polaroid, programmed for perfect pictures.
Okay, that's either Hugh Laurie or a man that looks like Hugh Laurie. He was famous in the 80s though, right? In the 1980s, he appeared in several commercials. Okay. Oh, so he was also in Kellogg's Crunchy Nut. That's fun. I gotta be honest, I didn't realize the Crunchy Nut was around in the 80s. Cigars, the Polaroid. Well known. I guess that's pretty famous. Maybe everybody's like, yeah, I've seen that ad. Well known, not to me. Anyway, absolutely fascinating. Let's skip ahead.
Sharp image. Polaroid. Programmed for
look at the size
pictures.
of it. Oh. Let's have a domestic on the stairs.
What else on earth could ever bring such happiness to everything as love's old story?
Look at the hairstyle.
Love is the greatest thing, the oldest yet.
Apologize for having an affair with chocolates.
Love story to you.
Ah, Love Affair That Never Ends. Incredible. Is this another fragrance?
In Le Jardin de Max Factor.
I hate fragrance commercials or perfume commercials have always been terrible.
They say romance is back in style. I say it never went out.
Look at the hair. Don't let her get close to a candle. That thing's gonna go up.
Jardin says it too. It says it subtly. It says it softly. Just like
look into the camera, honey.
The Max Factor. The incurably romantic fragrance.
Sure. I'll take your word for it.
New Yule Beauty Cleanser.
Ooh.
A cleanser that goes beyond dirt and makeup to reveal a more radiant complexion.
There's nothing on that
a cleanser that gently helps
cotton ball.
away the day's dull,
there's nothing on that cotton ball.
To reveal a new, fresh radiance. Yule Beauty Cleanser leaves your skin soft, smooth.
Look at the hair! Wow.
Discover your natural radiance.
It looks like Pepto-Bismol. Like that thick pink. Don't drink it. Oh my god. The special effects.
People everywhere are discovering Cadbury Smash tastes even more delicious when they add a little milk and a knob of butter.
Instant potato
To make
robots.
sure of a regular supply, what better than to get your own equipment? Not forgetting, of course, the instruction manual.
For mash, get smash.
There's a lot to unpack here. Number one, instant mashed potatoes. This makes me really sad. Time and a place, right? Just makes me sad. But also this is, I think, our first one that had like actual effects, you know, like sets and props, and they all have sets and props. That's not what I mean. I think this is our first ad that feels quite larger. That's not what I mean. I was gonna say larger than that. That's not, you know what I mean though. It's like the first ad that actually is trying to do special effects without humans, with like these little animations.
Not forgetting, of course, the instruction manual.
Cat for some robot cat. Wow. All right.
You can do something about burglary. Thieves will think twice if you have proper locks.
The birds.
They're not expensive. They're easy to fit. can prevent
Remind me in a
crime.
second, I have a bird story.
Don't let them get away with it.
Fascinating. I love that they're using birds as like robbers. One time, you can skip this story if you want. I got up and I was talking to my partner, and he goes, "There were birds in your room." And I just woke up and I was like, "What?" And he goes, "There were birds in your room." I said, "I don't know what that means." And he said, "There were birds in your room. There's a window here that was open, and two pigeons, buddies in crime, came in the window and were sat on my desk and on my keyboard." And my partner comes in and he sees these birds and he has to try and shoot. They wouldn't leave. He had to really like almost pick them up and shoo them out the window. And then shortly afterwards, the window was open but not as high. And two pigeons, I can only imagine the same ones, landed on the windowsill and were trying to get in. And then, like that same week, he was walking home and like just outside the house, saw two pigeons fly into our neighbor's open window. So we have two pigeons in the area that just want to get in your house. So in a way, this advert of protecting from birds is quite relevant. All right, let's just do a little bit more. I find these so fascinating. Another fragrance. Look at that dress. Look in this camera, honey. Fascinating. The style. Look into the camera, honey. There you go. That's great. You're doing great, sweetie.
The new fragrance from Estee Lauder. Now available at Rackham's, Cavendish House.
Oh,
and Binns.
Rackham's, Cavendish House, and Binns. Whatever that is.
Now, what's got more than it had before? Oh, much more than it had before.
What you call the extra you get for nothing? No!
Where can you put a whole lot more?
Only Smarties have the almond stuff.
10% extra.
You have 10 seconds to rearrange this bacon into a well-known tasty breakfast.
Okay, that was so
Sometimes
short.
Driving is more rewarding when experienced at second hand. Intercity. We're getting there.
We got some really short, quick ones. Don't drive when you can take the train and you can be delayed an hour because your train never shows up. Kingfish Center, Curry's, BHS, Wool, Sainsbury's. Next! I didn't know Next was that old. Marks and Spencer.
Kingfisher Shopping Centre at Redditch. Everything under the sun.
Is that shopping center still around?
Including the palm trees.
What? Okay.
I use mine to heat up pizza. I heat up tomato pizzas. I heat up those frozen pizzas.
If you're using your microwave for the same old thing, take a look at Microwave Know-How. Each week, step-by-step pictures give you the know-how to get more from your microwave. In week 1, the basic techniques: shielding, turning, covering. How to cook perfect vegetables and give them that finishing touch. And special recipes like chocolate ice cream cake and wine-poached haddock.
I'm
Get the
getting
know-how and soon
angry.
you'll be-
I'm getting angry.
All it takes is know-how from Microwave Know-How.
No.
Dive
None of
into
that.
your Pickford's travel shop for last-minute bargains. No other travel agent can sell you a holiday cheaper. Pickford's Travel, the pick of the travel people.
This shot is creepy. You're just lounging on your lounge chair, having a drink, enjoying the sun. This just man just standing there looking at you. No, thank
This is
you.
Mum's new wallpaper. We said we'd help. She said our help was all she needed. So we got stuck in. Mum was really getting the hang of it. When she said it was time we had a Milky Way. We think Milky Ways are magic. They're all milk
Cute.
chocolate on the outside and whipped up light and fluffy in the middle. She said she'd better be quick, because Dad'd be home for tea soon.
Milky Way, the sweets you can eat between meals without ruining your appetite.
That's a mouthful. The sweet you can eat between meals without ruining your appetite. I wonder if this is like like it looks like a kid's commercial, right? But I wonder if we're actually marketing this to like moms being like, yeah, you can give your kid Milky Way. They're not going to ruin their appetite. It's basically healthy. Okay, just a couple more.
Pride introduced new classic Chinese sauces.
Classic Chinese sauces.
Home Pride man fled. Please allow me.
Yes, but...
Observe, honorable viewers, delicious ingredients like pineapple, ginger, fine sherry, spices, hoisin, and soy sauces.
Ooh, soy sauce.
Prepared to traditional Chinese recipe to help you make inspired Chinese dishes. Okay, Fred?
No, I'm Bert.
Oh, so sorry. All Home Pride men look same to me. Haha.
Home Pride classic Chinese. They're a source of inspiration.
Let's leave that one there.
Wise one that you never shave. The enlightened are often sensitive, grasshopper.
We got into the Asian section.
But have you not heard of big orange, master? Big orange? Oh, yes, master. Same big value, same wrong rusting braid, but angled for sensitive skin.
That is a white man doing an Asian voice.
The sensitive skin razor for the
Oh, Beck, look at this.
Available at reading chemists and supermarkets.
Say less.
Nowadays, everyone's at it. Weightlifting, gymnastics, or just a bit of light exercise. But you've got to watch what you eat.
I hate this already.
Jacket scallops. Slices of potato with the jackets kept on because of the fibre. You know, the fibre.
Just make it in your microwave.
That real baked potato taste.
Ross Jacket Scallops. Champion. With a capital R.
Okay. I'm getting overwhelmed now. There's just so much to take in. What is this? Those penguins are all dead.
We saw some other penguins up in a cable car.
We haven't had a lot of songs yet, to be fair.
We had to ring up to make it new. So if you don't want any fuss, to pick up those 650 penguins, don't pick up the ones like us. Where's everybody gone?
I actually like that. That's cute. And I love penguins. I, again, didn't realize they were that old. But yeah, we haven't had a lot of like jingles or like recognizable jingles. Not that they don't exist. Maybe they're later in this compilation. It is an hour long. We are just going to do a little bit more. Okay, just a little bit more. Zombie, thank you so much for this.
If your butter tastes much saltier than Galway Bay, then don't dismay, everything's okay. Spread a little creaminess, the
Lurpak. I hate this.
The taste of Lurpak butter is the uppermost. Ask any decent host, it's the creamy.
I don't want my butter to be sentient.
Lurpak with creamy taste.
Shh. Lucy, my beloved, seems to have over-oxygenated at her aerobics class, so she's decided to have 20 minutes under the sun lamp browning. These days, everything has to be brown. Brown rice, brown bread. Well, I'm keeping up with the browns too. With these new wall sausages for the microwave. They're pre-cooked, so a couple of minutes in the micro, and they come out piping hot and perfectly brown. And they taste just like good old bangers. No mess, and no evidence that anything but celery hearts and nut cutlets were ever here. Now, that's what I call Nouvelle cuisine.
Walls. Food you can really fancy.
Ah! When was the microwave invented? And can we send it back? That is so offensive. That makes me so angry. Pre-cooked sausages in the microwave. I've got chills and now I'm upset. I cannot end on that one. We cannot end on microwave sausages. Don't give me anything with the microwave, so help me God.
If you clean your kitchen with a product that's too harsh, this is what might happen.
Jif
is different. Jif lifts even tough stains and leaves surfaces feeling like new.
Jif.
Jif, with the power to clean right through to the shine.
One more. Oh, M&M. I prefer M&Ms to Smarties.
What makes M&Ms the perfect chocolate to enjoy anywhere, anytime? Maybe it's because they're made with real milk chocolate? Or because they're covered with a crisp, colorful shell?
I think M&Ms are just so much
Or
better.
maybe it's simply because with M&Ms, the milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
That's very interesting. Invented in 1941. Wow. Son of Mars founder. Inspired by British soldiers eating candy-coated chocolates during the Spanish Civil War. Don't know if that's real. Developed heat-resistant, hard-shelled chocolate to avoid melting in consumers' hands. Now, from my understanding, in terms of like Hershey's versus British chocolate, the formula is different. And I actually did a video taste testing. I grew up obviously with Hershey's in North America. In Canada, we eat Hershey's. That's just what chocolate tastes like. And then you get used to British chocolate, which is superior. Then you go back to eating Hershey's and it is shocking how waxy it is. Saying that though, I do love M&Ms. And I didn't realize it was specifically to avoid melting in consumers' hands, because that's all like that's what's happening here. We're watching one more. We're watching one more. We're watching one more. Don't be a microwave.
A ceramic hob that cooks by the heat of light. The energy-efficient halogen hob. So easy to control.
Science
so
fiction.
quick to respond. The halogen hob, an amazing way to cook electric.
Fascinating. Okay, we're stopping there. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Big shout out to Zombie Boys VHS Vault. Link in the description if you want to watch the rest of the compilation or watch more from his channel. Big shout out. I have learned a lot. I am kind of angry. I can't stop thinking about the sausages in the microwave. Thanks for being here, guys. I hope this made you laugh. Hope maybe trip down memory lane, maybe seeing something totally new. Thanks for being here. If you would like to watch something else, may I suggest this one? But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, bye.